I am in line with the report. One of the culprits of this rate increase is actually the Western price. Well, in fact, our July rate for spot market is 20 pesos per kilowatt hour. But in this case, Mr. Chair, 20 pesos. Yes, Mr. Chair. That's really true. Engineer Marcon mentioned one of the contributor in the spike of rate is the Western price. But I would like to know, Mr. Chair, how much is the effect of land rental with more for the months of July and August? Because we, our suppliers, especially GCGI, which is geothermal, is 7.41 and GNPK 788. I've heard he mentioned 950. I think that's aggregated land rental charges. For sa tatlo ka suppliers, for specific na supplier, I would like to know the effect of the land rental. If you have any data, sir.
Actually, line rental is not affecting more, no?
Yeah,
in terms
specific.
of prices, because our power supply agreements provide that line rental is for the account of our supplier.
Okay. I would also like to know, actually, if NGCP is around, we would also like to know. Kaya ang linya ang ginambala natin eh. Linya congested ang linya. When we're in fact, if you...
Kaysa lang ka mo ka linya ginalinan?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Actually, ang supplier natin diri nag-run diri sa Panay. That's generator ng diesel plant. I would like to know from GCP kung sino ni taning ang diesel plant ang ginrun nila during that time. Kay considering ka congested area, congested supply sa Luzon, Mindanao, and Cebu, Negros, hindi kasunod diri sa aton. That's why dapat-generate ka tarde internally. Kaya may congestion sa line. So I think dapat affected tanan. Affected tanan. Diba? Kaya ang linya kasunod, hindi na kasunod diri. Kaya ang supplier sa Luzon, Mindanao, hindi man sa ilang kasunod yung supplier nila sa Kalakay, hindi mo na kasunod din.
Okay.
Diba?
Okay.
Amo na ang magician.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
Mr. Chair.
yes, Gordito.
Upon hearing all the explanations here, no? Do makita mo gid matagid nga this is a magic trick coming from the NGCP. Because no one here knows anong rason sa congestion. Nga may congestion. Bala ang congestion matuod na kung obra-obra lang.
Actually,
That's
Mr.
one
Chair,
thing.
I would like to interrupt
Right.
with your candor. Ginamali yung GCP virtual N-1. Hindi lang siya N-1. Virtual N-1.
Mr. Chair na yung gina. Okay. Sorry. Sa explanation ni Mr. Parcon, ito pala silang halin sa Baguio. Maagi sa highway, no? Highway, mo ng transmission. Pero ginahimo abe, instead nga 8 lanes, himuon mo na lang 4 lanes. Definitely, ma-congest ka gid. So, anong po silingon? You are creating artificial congestion.
Yeah, right.
Oh. So, very simple sa analogy. Oh. Instead nga ang highway mo, ang iyong expressway, para madasig ang delivery sa kuryente sa aton pumuluyo, sa aton distribution utilities, ara sa 8 lanes, pero ginimo mo yung 4 lanes? Di ba bottleneck gid siya?
Right.
Oh. Tamo na ang nakita.
That's the correct analogy.
Correct? Oh, see?
Bottleneck.
So, meaning, di nili ang tunga. Oh. That again, it's a artificial nga sorry, no? But this is my personal opinion sa akong perception sa nakakuha ang information from all you guys and also sa pag-research naton. So, again, they should be made accountable to this. And there should be no sacred cows, no, so to say, no. Whatever kung ano man bato-bato sa langit. Oh. So, sige, Mr. Chair. So I think that we are really clear on this, no. And maybe we can ask our other resource
Yes,
persons.
Mr. Chair. So I would like to ask for the opinion of one of our expert here, resource person, the managing director of GARPA, Rino Garcia, about the capacity of the transmit of the submarine cable that supply in the Panay Island. So, kung pwede ba lang nga i-load natin dira 50% lang o kung pwede man nga ma-cover that, nga ma-cover para at least nga hindi rin kita maintain sa another line.
But Mr. Chair, before Engineer Garcia will answer, we would also like to know what is the real story of the submarine cables? Its carrying capacity, no? Ano ang actual na situation subong? Because I understand, sila ni ng contract nag-obra sang ining submarine cable. So, taga-ano kami sang imong tuod nga, ano? Hindi nga virtual, ha? Sige, thank you.
Hello. Good morning sa members ng committee. Ako gali si Reyno Garcia, electrical engineer by profession. We were fortunate enough nga nakakuha sa kontrata together with a partner from Italy, Prysmian Cable, nga magdala sa CNP-1, CNP-2, which is underground sa Cebu, kag CNP-3. CNP-1 is from submarine cable line 1 from Barota, Viejo to EB Magalona. May CNP-1 man nga line 2 which was made by CTT cable from China. So duwa na siya. All of this expansion of the GCP, ang target is to carry 800 megawatt between the three islands. At 800 at a 230 kV voltage level. Pag nagdubo ang level mo, let's say 138 which was energized before, tunga lang ang mag-carry niya. Aside from the submarine cable, you have the substations. Kada isla may substation na nga bago to transmit the 230 along the line kagyatag sa biya.
Substation sang
Substation sa NGCP. So you have one in Barota, you have one in EB Magalona, you have one in Calatrava, and one again in Toledo, sa Cebu. All of these are all connected to carry the 800 megawatt. Then I also work on the underground cable sa Talamban, Cebu, which is the regional sang District 2 sang NGCP. That will also connect ang Jumanjo, halin na siya sa Mindanao. Kag maglibot na siya, meaning 800 megawatt. Kung makumplito ng ining infrastructure, all the islands na tatlo, makahatang ka sang 100 megawatt. And correct ang mga GM na nagasiling, kan wala kita sa ancillary service, mag-run out si Panay, kinanglan sa Panay, subong is around 320 megawatt. Pwede mahaboy ang excess pagkato sa Panay. You don't have to fire up an ancillary service. Amo na ang iyang position. So the dates, let me go through the timeline. Supposed to be ang timeline was 2016, matapos dapat sa 2020. Right? There is a 4% increase sa aton nga load every year. So that's 60 to 90 megawatt. So ibig sabihin kung hindi mo matapos ang imong project, masaka ang load mo. Mayo lang ka ng-pandemic, nagdubo sa around 2 to 3%. Nagsugod kami obra 2019. Ang submarine cable na sa CNP-1 natapos namon 2017. Ang CNP-3 natapos namon 2021. Ang CNP-2 natapos namon sa 2022 because kadamo sa kontraktor nga ara dira. So you have to involve with this. Sa nalantaw ko subong, it is not na-energize us. It is energized at 230 but in not full capacity. Because ang mga substations sa Tusay hindi pa full capacity ang ara.
So, engineer, tubatin lang, no? So, ano na siya? Operational na siya tanan?
Yes, it is operational but nubo ang iyak power capacity.
Power capacity, kay why nila ginaload dira tanan?
Wala pa natapos ang substation.
Okay, there is in between substation.
Full capacity. Ibig ko sabihin, may ara na siya bay by bay mo, tawag na siya connection bay. So maybe it is only 2 bays lang ang nag-andar sa 230 kV. Kaya ginaubra pa ang iban nga transformer para ma-full 800 megawatt. Ang submarine cable is already complete and energized at 230 kV. But the substation, may mga ara nga substation, labi na gid sa Ibig Magalona and Calatrava nga hindi pa siya 800 megawatt. That is the last time I went there around 6 months ago. Na-energize siya, it was inaugurated, yes, that is correct. Na-energize sa 230.
So, different, naman na siya, different contractor naman na siya.
Yes, different contractor, yes.
Substation na.
But it's the whole expansion project dapat para nga
Sa
hindi
NTCP.
ma-increase ang line rental sa mga co-op. Basically, it's an infrastructure problem sa transmission line. So that's my ginkuha ko lang ang timeline para makita sa members nga amo sini ang dalagan sa infrastructure sa CNP. Mind you, matapos na ni 2024, malamang puno naman yung 800 megawatt. That's why ang sa 2040, diri naman maagi sa western side, sa Buruanga, lusot sa Mindoro. May submarine cable naman maagi. So that's the whole plan of NGCP.
I think it is the same during the outage in last year or 2 years ago nga ang mga power mga substation natin why pa na na complete.
It is energized. Yeah, it is energized but not complete. As my inspection sa site, why ko nakasulod pero ara lang kami sa kilid sang amon man nga ginaobra.
Kaysa nung naglikad, to ang gina-problema natin, ang mga submarine cable natin, kaya may problema, kaya mo itong nag-outage kita diri, kag nadula ang mga ancillary services natin nga makonect diri sa Panay. So, yes.
Sir Chair, ang submarine cable natin, again, sila yung in place. In place na siya.
Yes, in place.
Na siya. Pero, hindi full ang iyang capacity.
Yes, correct.
Okay? So, hindi full ang... Who is determining kung pila isulod na?
NGCP.
See?
NGCP is the SO of all the grid. So,
Yeah, so, siya systems operator mo. Oh, so siya yung gyapon nga siling bisan 230. Pero ginapasulod mo na 138 lang. Tama?
Yes.
See? So again, these are things na dapat ano na infrastructure. But you remember during the last time when we had this problem about the blackout, anong promesa sa NGCP? That they will comply nga kayo tapuso nila operationally, and then i-upgrade nila ang ilang substations to include increasing the transformers para ma-rectify mas dako ang makuha ang power. I mean, para mas substantial siya sa aton sa mga aton consumers. Pero I think they have not done that.
These are new substations.
Yes.
So, ibig sabihin, wala pa natapos.
And one substation, how long engineer will take you to complete?
With all the resources, wala delay, pati right to way. Siguro mga 1 year and a half.
Another, pila pa ng mga katuwig. Di ko lang pag isugod. Oo, Mr. Chair. So, I think
Nakasugod na, Your Honor, pero wala pa natapos. So, hindi ko kabalo kung pilagid ang capacity subong ang ginagamit nila.
kaya remember in one episode in the Senate hearing, no less than Roel Castro, about the concerns more about the PEDC also, mga inyong substations, correct? Umangkot ako, are they now all operating or what? Wala yung nasugudan pa or what?
May mitigating measure lang sila by putting up a mobile 100 MVA transformer in Santa Barbara rather than installing the 3x100 MVA in the Iloilo substation. They just added in the Santa Barbara, but it relieved, but it will not be a long-term solution rather than just a temporary solution. While they're still starting to build the 3x100 MVA, which should have been part of the TDP. The transmission.
Okay, granting without accepting. the situation nga nagasiling ka mo ang nagutang sila 100 nga MVA nga mobile. Pero that is not enough.
Yes, sir.
That is just a palliative ko ng pilas. Mo dako-dako, butangan mo lang siya sa band-aid. And still, open ang wound, madako gyapon ng problema mo. Oo. So, again, Mr. Chair, these are really, no, nakita nato ng mga ang ilang lapses, kag ang promisa nila nga wala matuman. No, sila tapos na ang next Cebu, Toledo to Calatrava nga linya. Pero hindi manggali mo na gyapon ng kapasidad. Tang ginapasulod nila hindi man mo gyapon kadako.
The wires are there, the cables are there, but the infrastructure out of the submarine cable are not complete. Are not complete. Substations, kada nabalaan ko, the northern part of Negros, hindi pa tapos ang 230 ng overhead. May mga kulang pa. Then going from EB Magalona, going to Mansilingan, ang base nila nga regional substation, hindi pa tapos ang ibang na tower. So, ang power mo hindi tanan maka-full 800 megawatt.
Mr. Chair, siguro pa sila, ginatanaw pa rin ang collection sa N1 contingency nga ni. Kaga mo nang ganito.
Ganito nila. Upo ni profit sharing. Yes, attorney.
Mr. Chair, may add for the record, as stated by Sir Engineer Parcon from Moore, the -1 of the agency of NGCP was suspended last September 8. According to them, it's suspended last September 8. So before the implementation of this N-1, we have no issue so far as line rental is concerned. And for the record, I checked with the data. Since September 8, the line rental dramatically dropped from September 8 up to this date. So the line rental supposedly is GNPK, original sa aming part, that's 3 pesos, it dropped to 0.88 centavos. And for GNPD, original that's 0.5, that's 0.2. Meaning, it really translated on the ground, as stated by Sir Parcon. The suspension of the contingency plan of NGCP translated into a dramatic decrease in light rental throughout.
Maybe they feel that it is unpopular for them, no? To implement that.
Kung manaw ko ng rental, Sir Chair, manaw
Yes.
naman ang...
Ang support. Ang rate. Nato.
3 to 4 pesos.
But watch out for the reserve market.
But,
Reserve market kasi because I fully believe if they utilize the ASRM na charges again, ang reservation fee mo pa lang sa spot market kaysa spot market sila nakuha. So, nakuha pa na. Watch out for that kay may amo pa ginakaba kong charges na ma-appeal na ma-drop mo na rental pero ang reserve market. 2 pesos, I think, on our side of 2 pesos sa sumangka.
Yes.
Chair.
Yes.
Two things, Mr. Chair. First, I would like to put it on record that until now, NGCP has not replied to our letter. We sent to them in the first week of September asking in detail about this N-1 contingency plan in black and white as to what is this all about. Until today, they have not yet replied to my letter. And secondly, Mr. Chair, insofar as the ancillary services, as stated by Sir Garcia, there is no reason for NGCP to resort to ancillary services. If there is no line congestion, there is no reason for ancillary services.
Yeah,
Meaning,
correct.
because there is a sufficient supply.
Correct.
Yes.
So the increase in ancillary services charges cannot be justified.
Correct. Mr. Chair, Mr.
okay.
Chair, may I?
Yes, Berdito.
Sir Parcon,
Yes, Honorable.
where do you address the last line that you have presented? the recommendations of yours that to suspend the N-1 contingency implementation. Hindi mo i-address nila dito na sa DOA or sa ERC?
I think that would be proper to be addressed to the ERC.
ERC?
Because they're the ones regulating the market.
Because we have
It affects the rates eh.
Alright.
Galing suspend ba ng chairman? Sa ombudsman? Oo, suspended siya pero kaluluoy suspended lang yan, chairman. Pero ang members nga commission, that's a commission. Actually, decision na sa commission, ang kapirma, tanan ng commissioner, siya lang yan, chairman mo. If siya lang yan, suspend.
Last week, ari si Secretary Popo Otelia, ari siya. So kung i-address niyo dito sa may may-ari na naman din obra sa more.
Wala pa, but if we prioritize the recommendations, personally, I would recommend more baseload plants in Panay because the line is only affecting the price if there's an outage in the plants.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So you need power coming from outside to supply Panay. But if the supply is coming from Panay, then there's no need, maski guba ang imo transmission line, mas congested na siya because it's on Panay Island grid. Then there's no reason to be worried about the congestion.
Because after this, we have also to pass a resolution, I think, the committee, to support the resolution of the Ileco 3 asking for an investigation of what happened to the NGCP during that congestion and implementation of N-1. Amo man ang ilikuan, kay kapangayo kay Migo Kumay, isang dokumento tani para masupport ko man. Galing sa tunot yung YTC nag-abot sa opisina ko. So I prompted to deliver my privilege just to have this morning, no, para kit nga maatagan na itong tanan-tanan. Kaya kami sa oyatan, may gamay ng dokumento. That's why we have to ferret the truth out on the online, no, sa mga dira kami kapangita, sa mga outline diri subong. Right. No? So pamangkot kami kay man we will support whatever what do you call this petition you have to the NGCP, you know. And we are also calling, the committee will calling the attention of